What's good, Illumineers? My Lorcana fam out there. AZ Aquaman here with another video for you guys. So we got a badass little deck profile for this video. This is a Sapphire steel. It's not the normal ramping, control Sapphire steel. This is gonna be Baymax and the squad here. So I've been testing this for a little bit now, and I'm very happy with how it's doing with the current meta. So there's a 1K tourney I'm gonna go to in a couple weeks, and this is the deck I'm considering taking. And if for some reason I don't, I'm just gonna rock with my Steel Mufasa. But this is what I'm thinking of heavily taking to the next 1K I go to. So this is a deck profile right here. I'll make this short and sweet. Maybe do a little explanation here and there of some of my card choices, but here we go. All right, this is Baymax and the squad. All right, so our one drops. We're playing 2 Captain Hooks because we do play Shmi, so it's nice not having Shmi damaged when Captain Hook's in play. And also, oh man, yeah, I smashed my finger. Yeah, anyways, he's a nice challenger that could trade in for challenge to 3, and then trade in with big purple characters. And also it's a nice 3 attack to challenge locations. 2 fire the cannons just because Diablo's still around. A lot of little characters are running around right now, like Cindy's. What else? I don't know, just a lot of characters that can go wide. Or it just helps doing, a couple of damages on like Genie, and then maybe hitting it with like Strength or Let the Storm Rage on, or some combo stuff like that you can get rid of Genies. So I run 2 Fire the Cannon. I run 4 Robin Hood because I do run the Robin Hood package in this one. So we run 4 Little Robin Hood. And then some of our draws in this deck, we do run 4 For the Spear to draw some cards and dig into the deck for some of the pieces we need. And also, you can use this as a card to let one of your characters be bodyguards, which it does come up sometimes. Next one, more draws, 4 Popsicles. And then still, I think one of the best 2 drops in the game. Shmi, Mr. Shmi. 3/3 body for a 2 drop that could quest for 2 is good. And then for our defensive cards, as well as our boosting our questing power and punishing your opponents for turning the character. 3 Calhouns. I tried 4 and it felt a little too much. So 3 is actually perfect for me. And then some of our removals. 4 Strength of Raging Fire, because our characters are a little bit on the lower end, lower to the ground characters, so we're able to stack this up. 2 ofs right here. Tinkerbell. I do run Big Tink, so this is a nice shift target. I mean, if not, I just ink her anyway. She's a nice inkable character. And if I do play her, she's somewhat useful because it lets me dig through my deck and try to hopefully find some pieces like Hiram, because Hiram's going to be our main draw engine here. So it's nice to just dig through your deck. I think this guy's one of our MVPs here. 4 Tadashi Hamada. So not only can he quest for 2, if your opponent leaves him, that's okay, because we're usually lower to the ground anyways. So you can just keep questing with him, or you can sing songs with him because he's a 3. Other than that, more than likely your opponent does smack into him, or they do something because he is pretty squishy. But the point is for you to either sing songs or you just keep questing with them and see what your opponent's response would be. If they leave him on board, that's okay, because like I said, we're lower to the ground with high questing power. So we just keep questing. But if they do answer him on their turn, trust me guys, the extra 2 inks we get from Tadashi makes a huge difference. So I like running him at 3. I really think he's one of the MVPs in this deck. It makes this deck go wild. Pete at 4 because of Steel Songs, Ruby Amethysts, and their B preps. It does help you, you know, like if they kill a couple of these guys, you have so much ink, you can go super wide and combo your wide board with Pete to negate that board wipe B prep. So yeah, also helps with Ruby Sapphires because nowadays people are using actions and songs to ramp up instead of the quill, so that does help. And the 3/3 body is perfect to trade off or challenge other characters. Another 4 of them doing here is Lawrence, just because he does have a nice questing power, and on top of that he is a 4/4 technically until he gets damaged, so he is a big beefy body as long as he's not damaged. And just when you have so much ink, because the Tadashis are like you inking on your turn, you can go really wide with this deck, and then just having nice questing power is awesome. And then our main draw power here, we got 4 Hirams to just keep replenishing our gas, to keep dropping, you know, characters and keep going wide if we need to, or just, you know, just try to grab combo pieces we need. But yeah, this is what we want, because it just keeps our deck just constantly going. And especially with a bunch of inks, and then you keep on drawing with Hiram, you can just keep going wide. It gets crazy. So 4 Hirams on this one. Another source of removal. So I don't use let the storm rage on in this one because I think I have enough draw powers between Hirams and the Popsicles and Fortispheres. So I want big removals. So instead I'm using Along Came Zeus. Obviously Hirams can sing it. Big Robin Hood can sing it. But like I said, we get a decent amount of inks because of Tadashis, that you could just hard cast this and then play maybe 1 or 2 smaller characters to keep your board wide. So and 5 damage on anything nowadays is nice because you're able to snipe off genies, double singing Ursulas. This helps with some of the locations we need to get rid of, like the Queen's Castle. So it's nice. And another 4 ofs here, we run the 4 Robin Hood because we do have the shift target. It's a nice shift target on turn 3, or like I said, if we want to go wide, you can play, you know, the smaller Robin Hoods in your wide board state, and then next turn maybe shift into it too. So and he is technically, he's one of our sources for draw, because if he does get challenged, or when he gets banished in a challenge, you get to draw a card, so it's just another draw for us. One of our big boys here, we're running 4 of the new Baymaxes. So yeah, this guy comes in clutch whether you want to try to steal games later on if you're so close to hitting that 20 lore, or just comboing stuff with like Robin Hood, and here's my other 4 is Tinkerbell. So it's just nice to have like some of these big bodies that are trading off with characters and then dropping this to heal them, and then you gain the lore for it. Is nice. I've stolen games before with him, you know, having you know, me being at 16 or even 18, but having 16, this being on board, all you have to do is literally just, I don't know, hit something that gives you 2 damage, and then quest for 2, and then heal 2 to gain 4 lore. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot of utility with this one, and I actually really like him. I'm pretty impressed with this Baymax. There's a lot of utility use you can use them for, whether healing your characters and pushing for those extra lores is very nice, because he's one of those quick lore generators where if you do have damage characters, and on top of that, having Hirams, some people will damage him, or you just use him to run into something or something like that, you can just heal your Hirams, which is really nice. But at least for me, in my opinion, I'm pretty impressed with this new Baymax. I like it a lot, at least in this type of build. So these are my top ends, are the 4 Robin Hoods, 4 Baymax, and then 4 Tinkerbells. But then we also have shift targets that could shift to 4 and then shift to 3. So it's still technically, like, if we wanted to, and we have it, still in the low to the ground cost. But that you inking and then just people hitting 1 or 2 of these Tadashis, dude, it gets crazy because you're just constantly replenishing your hand with Hiram, and then you have your items to keep drawing, and then if your opponents just keep on answering your board, like, you just constantly drawing and then dropping these guys or like smaller characters. But it's just, he's ideal. I like him. He's, oh man, he's just, I think he's super good. And like I said before early in the video, like, if he stays on board, I'm completely fine with it. If they think they don't want to give me the extra ink, I'm completely fine with it, because I'm just going to keep either, I'm going to sing a song, or I'm just going to keep questing for 2. If you guys notice, this is a little bit lower to the ground with high questing power, so it's pretty fast. It's not as fast as my Mufasa deck, but the thing that I think this has the advantage over my Mufasa deck is, yes, it's not as fast or explosive, but I think the draws are a lot better, and the control aspect of it being a mid-range, and then me being able to control some aspect of the opponent's board because of a Long Came Zeus or strengths, and then I have my Robin Hoods and Tinkerbells. Yeah, I think that's the one advantage it does have over my Mufasa deck. But oops, as far as explosiveness, it's definitely not as explosive as my Mufasa, but I think the draws on this are they're a lot better. So, and the amount of inks we can gather, like, it gets crazy. On the average, like on a low end, you can get away with how with my Mufasa deck, I can get away with 4 to 5 in an inkwell and I'm fine. And you can do the same thing with this deck. The only difference is with those Tadashis, man, like, I'd sometimes get up to like 8 to 10 and then just stay there and then keep drawing cards with Hirams. And then if my opponent's answering my board or they're doing something to answer my board, all I'm doing is I'm drawing more characters with Hiram, and I'm just constantly going wide. And then eventually you'll get to your 20 that way. And then, like I said, with B preps, with the amount of draws here, depending, obviously, if you know your matchups like red, I like to tend to keep 1 or 2 Petes if I'm able to, because you can just go wide, play the Pete. They can't answer with B prep, and then next turn, throw in a few more characters and then another Pete, and it's just pretty much GG from there. So I'm pretty happy with this deck. Like I said, I'm thinking of taking this to my next 1K tourney in a couple weeks. But if I change my mind somehow, obviously I'm going to take my Steel Mufasa. But this is why I've been just testing this deck out for a little bit now. And I think I'm happy for where it's at right now. And all right, guys, well, that's the Baymax and the squad deck profile. I think Lorcana Goons is gonna appreciate this one because I know he's a big Baymax fan. So this one's for you, bro. All right, well, anyways, guys, if you like watching my contents, please like and subscribe. That definitely helped the channel out. If not, I mean, I can't force you. All right, till next time, we'll definitely do some gameplay videos on this one. Later.